we'll see about 3-bit magnitude comparator. So for this, the logic of how to compare two single bit is knowing that logic is important. Okay. So for example, if I am having only two single bits, I name it as A and B. Okay, it has single bit. So I want to compare these two bits. So I can compare it with the three cases like A is equal to B, I can take, okay, and A is greater than B, or I can take that A is less than B. So for these conditions I can compare. Okay, so if A is equal to B, in the sense how we say that both are equal, that in the sense A is equal to 1 means we should also have B is equal to 1. Otherwise A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. If it is on these conditions, then we can say this A is equal to B. And logically I can write a Boolean expression. I can write A equal to 1, B equal to 1 means I can write it as AB. Or it can be like A bar, B bar. Okay. So combining these two logic, I can take it like AB plus A bar, B bar. On this condition, I can say that A is equal to B. This is the condition for A is equal to B. Similarly, if I go for this checking this condition, A is greater than B. How do I say that A is greater than B? The condition is A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. Under this condition only I can say that A is greater than B. So this can be expressed as a Boolean function like A B bar. Okay, under this condition I can say A is greater than B. So this is the expression for A is greater than B. This is the condition for A is equal to B. So how do I check whether A is less than B? Or the only case is A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. So I can write it as an expression like A bar B. So this is the condition for A is less than B. So if you know this kind of logic, then we can go for finding the Boolean function corresponding to this 3-bit magnitude comparator without going for without following the procedure of writing the truth table, because it will lead to so many combinations. Okay, so after that you have to go for K-map. So it is a very tedious process. So this logic would be very useful for us. So we are going to consider two numbers A and B, but these numbers are of 3-bit values. Okay, so I name them as A2, A1, A0. These are all the 3 bits of this A number. Similarly, the B bits can be written as B2, B1 and B0. Okay. So now I am going to check whether this is the first condition, right? Whether A is equal to B. If A is equal to B means the condition is this A2 value should be equal to B2 and this A1 bit position should be equal to B1 and this A0 should be equal to B0. Okay, when these particular bit positions are equal, then we say that this A is equal to B. But how do we take this A is equal to B? Immediately you can put the equivalence operator, right? What is an equivalence operator? We know that this XNOR is the equivalence operator. So we can put it, right? Otherwise, in another way also we can say A2 is equal to B2 means this A2 bit value should be 1 and B2 bit value should be 1, or this A2 bit value is 0 and this B2 is also 0. Okay, so under this condition we can say this A2 is equal to B2, this particular bit position, isn't it? This is nothing but A2 equivalence operation on this B2. A2 equivalence, or that is XNOR, right? This is XNOR. XNOR with B2. So like that I can put. So here I am going to write it as A2 XNOR with B2. This AND operator is there, right? So because of this AND operator, you put the bracket. That means dot is there. Okay. Then A1 is equal to B1. Again, you can go for this X naught. So A1 X naught with this B1 for this AND operator dot. Okay. Okay. Then A naught equal to B naught. I can put it like A naught X naught with this B naught. This is how we go for identifying or checking this A equal to B. So for A equal to B, the operation to be performed is A2 X naught with B2 and A1 X naught with B1 and A naught X naught with B naught. This is the function to be performed. Okay. Okay. So first condition is over. Then we go for the second condition. So second condition is we have to check whether A is greater than B condition. So we know that A is greater than B means definitely this, the one condition is A2 is greater than B2. That itself is enough. That is one condition. Or the second condition is A2 is equal to B2, and then we have to go for checking. Okay, if this condition is there, then you have to check whether this A1 is greater than B1. If it is okay, then it's good, fine. Okay, with that we can stop. Otherwise, another condition we have to, if greater, okay, A is greater than B1, then it is okay. Otherwise, you have to go and check again. A2 is equal to B2 condition and A1 is also equal to B1. Then the third condition is for A is greater than B, this A naught is greater than B naught. Okay, so if any one condition is satisfied, then we can say A is greater than B. So how to write the Boolean expression for this? So for this first one, A2 is greater than B2 is mean what? I have already told you. So for that we can write A2 greater than B2 means A2 is 1, right? And B2 is bar, 0 value. Then it definitely shows that it is greater. Or we go for the second condition. Okay, this is your first condition is over. Now the second condition can be checked if the first condition fails. Okay, if the first condition is failing, on that case you can go for the second condition. Second condition, A2 and B2 are equal. Equal means you have to put the equivalence operation, right? So A2 X naught with this B2 and this A1 is greater than B1. A1 is greater than B1 means A1 and B1 bar. Okay, this is the second condition. Or, so for this OR and OR you have to put the OR operation. Okay, then the third condition can be A2 and B2 are equal. A2 and B2 are equal means equivalence operator, right? Equivalence operator is X NOR. So this one, then for this AND you put multiplication. So this A1 is equal to B1, again equivalence operator you can put, and then you have to check for this A naught is greater than this B naught. That means B naught is 0 value, A naught is 1 value. So by writing this expression we can say this A is greater than B. If this condition is satisfied, then this is the corresponding Boolean expression. Okay, Boolean function. For this A is greater than B. Okay. Similarly, you can go for writing this third condition. What is the third condition? Third condition is A is less than B. So how do you check A is less than B? A is less than B in the sense this A2 value should be 0 and this B2 value is 1. That is one condition. Okay. Or if both are equal, under that condition you go and check the next bit. So checking the next bit means this A1 is greater than this B2. So A1 is less than B2, or sorry, A1 is less than this B1, right? So that means A1 is bar, this B1 is 1 value. Okay, this is complement and this is the original value. Okay, so under this condition we can say that A is less than B. Or the third condition is if two bits are equal, like A2, B2 are equal, as well as this A1 and B1 are equal, but this A naught is lesser than this B naught. That means A naught bar, B naught. Okay, under this condition we can say this A is less than B. Okay, so for that we can write the expression corresponding to this. So A2 bar, the condition is A2 bar B2, or, so for this or you put a plus, then this A2 equal to B2, we can write it like A2 equivalence, right? Equivalence B2 multiplied with this A1 bar B1, or for this or we write a plus, then the third condition. Okay, so now we go for this third condition is A2 equivalent, sorry, equivalence operator. Okay, A2 X naught with B2, then A1 X naught with this B1, and then we go for this A1 bar B naught, right? So now we have identified all the three expressions for checking the conditions. A is equal to B, A is greater than B, and then A is less than B. So we have got the expression. Now we can easily implement. Okay, we can implement this magnitude comparator. That means we can realize it, isn't it? Okay, so we'll go for the realization now. Okay, so we have obtained these three expressions for this 3-bit magnitude comparator. A equal to B, A is greater than B, A is less than B. So we have now we have actually 6 number of inputs. That is, this is our A2, this is A1, this is A0, and then we have B2, B1, and B0. From the using this 6 input lines, we'll be obtaining the conditions for A equal to B, A is greater than B, and A is less than B. Okay. So if you see this, this is the expression, Boolean expression or Boolean function for this A equal to B condition. So now we'll implement this. Okay. So A is first term is A2 and B2 are equivalent, right? A2 and B2 are equivalent. So we take the connection from this A2 and then we take the connection from this B2, and the equivalence gate is XNOR gate. Okay, so we are putting this XNOR gate function. So this is our first term. Second term is similarly it is A1, B1 are equivalent, right? Okay, so we take the connection from here for this. Go for a bit. This is A1 and then B1. From there I take the connection, and XNOR gate is to be implemented for that. So it is XNOR gate. This is the equivalence gate. Okay. Then the third one we need to go for this A0 B0. Okay. So A0 B0. This is A0, and then this is B0. Then we go for this equivalence gate. It is XNOR. Okay. Then all these three can be combined using AND operator. Okay. This is combined using AND operator. So the output is A equal to B condition. If it is 1, the output comes as 1, then A is equal to B. If it is 0, A is not equal to B. That is the meaning of it. Okay. Right. Then we go and check the second condition. For that we'll implement. Okay. So for the second condition is A is greater than B. So for A is greater than B, first term is A2 B2 bar. Okay, so A2 B2 bar will implement it. This is A2. From here we take the line A2, then B2 bar. So we take the connection from here. B2 bar is to be, that is inverter. We have to put one inverter here. So that gives B2 bar. Okay. Then they are ANDed together so that we get that first term. So this is AND gate. First term is okay now. Then we go for the second term. So for the second term, it is A2 equivalence B2. Okay. So A2 equivalence B2, then we can take the output from here. From here, I can take the output. This point, okay. So I can take it. This is A2 equivalence B2. So I have taken, and then A1 B1 bar is also along with that second term, A1 B1 bar. So take the connection from here. This is A1, and then this is B1 bar. We have to take B1 bar. Okay, so okay, so these things are actually ANDed. This is the second term is over now. And the third term is A2. This is our third term. A2 equivalence B2, A1 equivalence with B1, and A0, B0 are there. Okay. So I take the connection from here once again. So from this point, I can take the connection for A2, B2 equivalence. Okay. So I take it from here. And then A1, B1 equivalence, I can take the connection from here, right? A1 equivalence B1. Then A0, B0. Okay, that is AND gate. You can use it. A0, B0. So this is A0. Then this is B0. So all these things are ANDed actually. Okay, so the first term A2 B2 bar is coming from here. This is our first term here, and this is our second term. The yellow color is second term, and okay, and this is our third one. Third one comes from here. All these things should be ORed, right? They are ORed together. That gives our second output. Okay, second output condition is what it is. A is greater than B. So we go for this, A is greater than B. That is over. Now we go for the third. So the third condition is A is less than B. Okay, this is the third condition we have to now implement. So for that, the first term is A2 bar B2. Okay, so this is our A2. So I can take the connection from here, A2, then A2 bar, this is okay, then B2. So for A2 bar, I put an inverter. This is A2 bar, then B2. So both are ANDed, and this is our first term. Then the second term, A2 equivalence B2. Okay, so A2 equivalence B2. So it comes from here, right? A2, that yellow color. So we'll bring that down again. A2 equivalence. So from here I take it. We'll bring it down. This is A2 equivalence B2. So this is over. Then A1 bar B1 I have to take, right? A1 bar B1. So this comes from here. This is, for this I can take A1 bar and then B1, right? So for A1 bar, put one inverter here. Then this A1 bar B1 is over along with that equivalent. So we can combine this using AND gate. Okay. can be combined using an AND gate. So it is over now. The second term is over. Then we go for the third term. So in the third term, A2 equivalents B2 and then A1 equivalents B1. Okay, both should be there. So this yellow color term, we know that it is A2 equivalents B2. So I take the connection from here. That is for A2 equivalents B2. Then A1 equivalents B1. Because it is coming from this red color line. Okay, so that is A1 equivalents B1. So we will take the connection from here. This is A1 equivalents B1. Then the third term is A1 bar B0 we have to implement. A1 bar. So I take the connection from here. So that must be A0 bar, right? Should be A0 bar, not A1 bar. A0 bar and then B0. Okay. So we have to take the connection from here for that. A0 bar. This is A0 line, so I'll take it. B0 line, I'll take it. But A0 bar is required, so I'll put an inverter here. This is A0 bar. Okay. So A0 bar, B0 is over. Already these equivalents are already there. So now we can combine them using AND gates. So the third term is also now implemented. Now all these three terms can be combined using OR gates. So this is the output for AS. Then so this is the whole circuit diagram for 3-bit magnitude comparator. This is our 3-bit magnitude comparator. This is the circuit diagram or the logic diagram. This is hope you would have understood. Okay, thank you.